Hi everyone, this is Azan,
I'm Megan.
I'm Zane.
and this is Note to Self, a mental health podcast. And today we'll be reflecting on our semester so far. So, how's it been? How's the semester been going? I know finals are about to come up.
Yeah, I'm stressed.
Um, I'm stressed as well. Um, Very stressed, but I'm also excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to be over.
Oh, same.
And also, I just have so much going on that I don't really have time to stress for the most part. So when I say I'm stressed, I mean like in the background I'm stressed, but I'm still
Okay.
doing things.
No, I definitely felt that. I mean, congrats though. College apps are done.
Yes.
One less thing to stress about.
Very true.
Now I just gotta wait till April, which is a
Yeah.
bit too long in my opinion.
I
but...
think November was like the month where it felt the worst. Now it kind of feels a little bit like a cool down, which I'm scared of because like now I'm like, oh, finals are coming up. I probably shouldn't get too relaxed, but at the same time, like midterms and college apps at the same time is not fun.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The thing with me is, November was pretty stressful, but the thing is, I waited until the last moment to kind of do a lot of my work. So before that, it was kind of unnecessary stress because I wasn't doing anything,
You were
but
just
I
like,
was stressed about not doing anything, which is
I get that so often. That is tough. But you did it.
yeah.
That's good.
That's always what I tell myself. Like I see like all the work that I have to do if I have like a paper or like a final exam, and like while I'm stressed, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so stressed right now. But I always think, oh, literally at this time after this date, I won't be stressed. Literally, the
Right.
second hits that time. So say there's like a final at 2, it goes from 2 to 4. I'm like, oh, at 4 this day, all that stress will be gone in that instant. So that's kind of what gets me going through that
That's
moment.
good.
How would you guys rate this semester out of 10?
Compared to the rest of my college semesters,
I mean, yeah, up to you.
I mean, up until now, I was online, so honestly, probably pretty high, like a 8 or a 9.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to get the feel like I'm getting the real college experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And also just like seeing humans again rather than being on Zoom calls where no one wants to turn on their camera or speak or like do anything. Yeah.
For me, I would rate it a 7 or an 8. I'm not really sure, because I like to think I was pretty involved this semester. I got to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new friends, kind of see how I am as like a person, as like a leader. But my coursework wasn't that heavy this semester due to like my plan, the classes I've already taken. So there's kind of like that disconnect where I felt like I got to experience, kind of the social and activities part of college, but my coursework side not so much because the classes I've taken weren't as demanding, which is a good thing, but I just felt like that disconnect. So
Yeah.
it kind of like
It
only
just
felt
wasn't
like
as
I was
balanced.
doing activities and stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, I definitely agree that like my academic slash social aspect of the semester were two pretty different. So I would say that as a whole, combining all that with my coursework and stuff, I would give the semester maybe a 7. I think it
That's
was
still
good.
pretty good.
It was good. I just definitely was bombarded with a lot of stuff at one point, so that was
Yeah.
pretty stressful.
Oh,
But
if we're rating it on a stress scale, I mean, it's pretty far up there, but
yeah.
yeah.
But I think socially, I think a 9. I like you. I feel like this semester I
Yeah.
really was able to mingle with a lot of new people through like the programs or clubs I'm in. So that was
Yeah.
really cool. With having the semester being way more in person than the last couple we've experienced.
Yeah.
It's been great to meet new people and just get a bit more of the quote unquote college experience of just networking
Yeah.
and just socializing and attending lectures and stuff.
Yeah. Like I think this semester is probably one of my like toughest semesters, but I think it was also the most rewarding out of all of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like this semester went by the fastest of any semester.
Oh.
Do you guys feel the same?
Yeah. I think this year in general
Yeah.
though. I think last
No.
semester went by pretty fast
Like
too.
for me, like November went by so fast. So
Oh
when
my,
we're-
November went by
no,
so
November
fast.
went by so
when we're
fast.
filming this, it's December 1st, the first day of December.
Oh,
Yeah.
I checked like my
It's hard to
messages
believe.
and I saw a message from the start of November, and I thought it was like yesterday.
it feels
I,
like
that-
it was.
I thought it was yesterday that I had that conversation with that person and we were planning this one thing. But then I checked, I was like, wait, that was 4 weeks ago.
Ugh.
So November went by so fast.
It really did.
I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but I just
A
know
little
it
bit
went
of
by so
both,
fast.
probably.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of both. In one way, we're done with apps.
Yeah.
With another way, though, like finals are right around the corner. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of the social aspect, though, would you guys say you guys made any new friends / connections that were almost like the highlights of the semester for you guys?
Like I said, I was online before this, so I didn't really, honestly, didn't have a lot of friends other than like friends that I had from like high school and stuff like that, which none of them go here. So I'm kind of like, I'm not disconnected with them. Like I keep up with them, but it's not like I see them every day on campus or in classes. So yes, in other words, between not as much in my classes, but through here, working here, yes, I have a bunch of new friends.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are sitting right here.
Yeah. For me, like this semester, there were a few days where I've talked to more people, met more new people in one day than I have like all of last semester.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like a hybrid still. So.
No,
that's pretty
definitely.
interesting.
It's kind of interesting because for me, my first in-person class was last spring, and this semester I have no in-person classes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I think just through like my involvement with like
Yeah.
extracurricular stuff.
I was gonna say you're pretty involved otherwise.
I still come to campus like 5 days a week.
Yeah, you
so,
really
like,
do.
Also, last semester, I feel like even like I had an in-person class too, but the campus was just empty.
Oh yeah,
So
like now it's so hard to find a conference room.
yeah,
Like
It's
I
just hard to
mean,
find anywhere to do anything really,
that
which
is-
is a good.
it's a good
I guess
thing.
it's a
It
good
shows how
problem to
lively the
have.
campus
It
is.
does. It
Agreed.
does.
it's a good thing.
But I do definitely think that my new connections / friends that I've made this semester have made the semester, or yeah, that's the reason why I give it a 7.
Yeah,
I give it a 7
honestly,
because like
that's fair.
the social aspect did bump
When
it
I
up.
say rewarding, I mean I met people.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I guess now speaking about our 2 cents on the semester and our opinions on it, what do you think you took away from the semester?
Definitely friends. I think better time management. Because, like, I had time management working at home, but it's not the same when you're on campus and doing things and working. Like, this is... I've worked before, but not in the same capacity that I work here. So, definitely time management on that. And also work ethic, I would say. Like, it's not necessarily that I didn't have any before, obviously, but, like, it's changed. It's shifted. It's evolved. And also, like... I don't know. I enjoyed myself a little bit more. I think it was isolating being at home every day of the week and not really getting any human interaction. So, connection, a sense of belonging, that kind of stuff. That's what I gained.
No, that's awesome. I definitely think this semester made me realize how important it is to leave your house.
Yeah.
It's so important, in my opinion, to just go out, even if it's not to school per se, but just go out, do your work there.
Yeah.
Just exploring a bit. It's really healthy too.
Honestly, going to school is my convenient way to get sunshine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that. Definitely. And like, yeah, I would just say
And
like,
exercise because there's so many stairs
Yeah.
on
Oh my
campus.
God.
There's so much
in the
stairs.
mornings when I have to come and I've just woken up, going up like 5, 6 like flights of stairs, Like I get to class, I'm like out of breath because not only is it freezing cold, I just woke up and I've had to go up like 6 stories
That's how I can tell
in
how
like
I'm
30 seconds
feeling.
because I'm running late.
It's kind of my mood ring how I feel about going up the stairs is one thing, but like when I come here to building 7, I have the choice between the stairs and the elevator. It's my mood ring. If I feel like going up the stairs to get the exercise, I'm probably having a better day. And if I choose the elevator, I'm just done.
That's so funny. I think that this semester also helped me acknowledge slash just realize how much time like extracurriculars and extra just things take. I think coming to this semester, I was like, oh, I can manage all this with my units because I wasn't taking that many units this year.
Yeah.
But like, I actually ended up like dropping one of my jobs, and I had to just focus on the other two I had, and just my club, and like, I guess I just this semester really not humbled me, but like
Yeah.
it really made me realize how much I can feasibly manage. I can't do high school where like I could do all this stuff, stay up till 2 a.m. doing work. Like, no,
Oh
I can't.
yeah, I think my perception of time 100% changed. Like it is a vast difference from what it was last semester or even a couple months ago. Like it's
Hmm.
completely different.
Yeah, no, me too. Honestly, it's just like learning like how much you can manage, what's realistic, what you can and can't do. And I also feel like it's better to overestimate yourself than underestimate yourself, because if you do overestimate yourself, so what? You know, worst case scenario, you just drop whatever it is that's that's stressing you or that you can't manage, and then now you have a reasonable amount of things that you're capable of doing. So
Yeah.
I definitely say it's better to overestimate yourself than underestimate yourself, because then you can truly see what you're capable of, and then from there you can work and reflect from that.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I've also
Within
learned.
reason. Obviously, if you're like definitely over applying yourself and you feel really, really stressed out, maybe it's time to step back a little bit. But
100%.
No, I definitely agree with what you said. I think that if not just me, but I feel like if someone doesn't push themselves to do or like experiment slash like try what they think they can, they don't know their limits. And I think that's important to know, I guess, your limits because it helps you stay more healthy, more
yeah.
in control, and just a lot better with yourself. You're a lot more satisfied with what you can do because you're not overdoing it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of learning, right? Honestly, I'd say most of the learning I've had, or the most impactful learning I've had this semester, has been outside of the classroom. I have learned a lot of things inside of my classrooms and my coursework, but I feel like some of the most applicable stuff that I've learned is from, clubs and roles outside of classes.
Yeah.
So
No, I completely agree. It's like, concept and application.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you benefited from this semester in the sense that like, like what do you think was like this served me like good this semester?
Honestly, the one thing that just came into my mind is my theater class because it's a lab class, it means I'm putting in like a certain amount of hours during the week and like doing practical stuff, like actually doing hands-on experience with actual theater stuff. So like throughout the year I've been building things, I've been using saws, I've been using my hands to create things, which I used to do so often, but I always would come up with excuses of why I didn't have time to do that kind of stuff, and getting back to it has been so helpful. And honestly, like made me feel like I was useful because I had things to do practically,
Mm-hmm.
and I was walking around and doing things, and I like now know the place better. I'm familiar with the space. I know what goes into a show. I mean I did like I helped build the set for the fall play.
Oh,
Like
cool.
yeah, so it was very practical. Like we that's how they get stuff done there. Like and I literally just got back from doing lab today, and like
I know, I saw you being
I
real.
was
I was like, oh,
yeah
you're the...
I was setting stuff up in the stage. I was up in the catwalks, which honestly one of the most terrifying experiences the first time I did it, because that thing is like 40 to 50 feet in the air and you wouldn't think it's as sturdy as it is, but it's very sturdy and safe. But like not gonna lie, that was something where I was initially scared to do it, but I faced my fear, and now it's like one of my favorite things because it's a little bit of like an adrenaline rush. rush in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like an adrenaline junkie or anything. Honestly, I usually stay away from experiences that like push my limits. But when you got to get a job done and you got to go up there, there's something to focus on. So it's a little bit different. But like seriously, so many new experiences in that have been rewarding and have taught me something new. And just like different figuring out what your niche is. Like there are different things to do even in theater. Like there's so many different things. There's like lighting, there's set, there's painting, there's building, there's technology, there's sound, there's all kinds of stuff. So like I have experience with a lot of different stuff, and I get to take and pick what I like, and I still have to do the things that I don't like, but maybe I say, hey, I don't want to do this as much as I want to do this. I prioritize the things that I really enjoy doing there. So not only did the experience teach me a lot, but also I got a lot out of it because like I said, like hands-on stuff is some of my favorite stuff to do. That's how I learn. That's how I feel useful.
I'm so glad that you're able to kind of reflect on this whole process and
Yeah.
see what worked, what didn't, what you like, what value you got from it. Because, like, I just think in general it's really important to reflect, period.
Oh yeah.
It helps understand, or helps you understand what you went through, the pros and cons of it, what went well, what didn't go well, and the growth factor. That's why, like,
Yeah. I think it's important for everyone. So I want to invite you, listen to the questions we're asking, and maybe ask yourself. It's not gonna honestly, if it doesn't take a lot of time, that's okay. If your answers are short and not detailed, that's totally fine. But as long as you take the time and think about it, like you can't go wrong. You're getting something out of just thinking about it, because maybe you can help prioritize some things that you want to get out of next semester, or some things that could have gone better this semester, or just be grateful for the things that did go right this semester, wherever you're at. Just, reflect. It's important.
pretty
And it
much.
helps you process.
It does, it does. That's actually a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Zen, what do you think you kind of benefited from this semester?
I think just kind of going to that sense of belonging, right? I definitely had like the sense of belonging and just seeing all the great things that everyone has done. So I know Megan was talking about the school play Frankenstein that just happened. We went and we watched it, and it was honestly a wonderful experience. Just seeing all the hard work they've put in these past few months was just amazing. And kind of like I was watching the play and I was like, wait, I know that person. And I was like, oh wait, I know that person too. So it was just like great connecting with everyone. So I'd say that was the highlight for me. Just connecting with everyone, seeing all the great things everyone's done. It's kind of crazy to think how we're all just students, right? A lot of the stuff that goes on campus is student ran, and people don't realize how much of an accomplishment that is. So if you've done something to give back to the community and you're interested, please do. It's great and we love it. And you should, hold yourself highly for that. It truly is an accomplishment.
And if you haven't but want to be involved or want to find a sense of belonging, there's always things going on campus. You just need to, look in the right places. I mean, there's always stuff coming up on Canvas or advertisements on certain clubs' social media and stuff on the school website and stuff. So feel free to check that out. And it's not cheesy if you do. Just like they're there for a reason. Like maybe just try out an event. Maybe you say I'll at least go for 5 minutes, and if I don't like it, I'll leave. That's totally fine. Just go with what you're comfortable with.
Don't be discouraged by the stigma surrounding things. Part of our job is to battle the stigma around mental health. So if you aren't doing something because of the stigma around it, please rethink and reconsider. If one, if there is a stigma, and two, so what? So what if people view this this way, or is talked about this way? Does that really matter? Does it affect the outcome of it? Does it affect my interest in it? So I think those are just questions to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I think for me, what I benefited the most from this semester was just the academic slash non-academic opportunities I kind of took advantage from. I guess. Oh, that's literally a app prompt I used. But no,
wait, really? Which one?
it was like number 3. number
Mhm.
number something. But it was
Oh
like,
wait,
what's the educational
yeah,
academic opportunity?
it's-
Yeah, that one.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I think that
That's a form of reflection,
it
honestly.
it really
yeah.
is.
College
No,
apps, honestly, maybe they get a bad rap for being stressful, but at least they make you think.
yeah, no, because when I was doing my apps, I was like, okay, I have nothing to put. What am I gonna put? And then I was doing it, and then I was writing and just like expressing my interests, my passions, and then it was like a form of reflection in itself, right? I was like,
Yeah.
wow,
I think if you're less scared about the outcome, you
yeah,
start to actually
yeah.
like take it
I,
seriously
I think
and
I think people just worry too much, me included. Like they just worry too much for no
yeah.
reason. But
Anyway.
Yeah, like even Step Up, I'm really fortunate that I found out about Step Up and I applied and I fortunately got a position to be an ambassador. I think that I learned a lot from this program and I think so. When I first came into community college, I took a break from doing extracurricular stuff. I was like, I just needed time to debrief and like
Yeah.
breathe, And so my first couple semesters, I didn't do much, but then I think deciding to get back into stuff this time was really rewarding because I didn't necessarily. Okay, it wasn't a time for me, I guess, to learn like quote unquote leadership skills and like different things because like I was already familiar to an extent with that just because of my involvement in high school.
Right.
But I think that this time I was able to
apply them.
apply the things I learned from it.
Yeah.
Learning, knowing like what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what went well, what doesn't, what I should fix, what I need to work on, and like I guess just also know my limits a bit more.
Yeah.
I think that just being a part of so many amazing things has kind of helped me get the opportunity to apply the concepts that I learned, and
Yeah.
I'm really fortunate to have that opportunity again.
Yeah. Not only that, but like you talked about like knowing your limits, but that's one thing, but testing your limits because that's the only way to know your limits is if you test them, which means you've put in the work and you've figured out where those limits are, which is props to you because that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, so I guess that's definitely my highlight because the educational part, it was
Yeah.
nice. I
You
guess
know,
I like my professors.
I feel like the
Yeah,
educational part is like the given.
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen regardless. Like if you're in college, that's kind of like the obvious thing. But like obviously you can get stuff from it, but like it's everything else that plays into that really like you take away from.
And that's something I learned. There's so much more to school and college than just like, classes and education.
Oh yeah.
Everything's
Mm-hmm.
kind of linked.
Oh yeah, for
It's,
sure.
everything's about learning. Everything's about connecting, and that happens everywhere, in and out the classroom.
Yeah.
What do you guys kind of regret for the semester? Kind of flipping it up
Mm.
now.
I don't regret anything. I feel like I'm going to change the wording and say that I would do it better or I would learn from it instead. But
Definitely, yeah.
um that's a good question. I think going forward, I mean, this is probably going to be a lifelong battle, honestly. I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be fixed anytime soon, but finding a better work-life balance. I know I've talked about it on the podcast several times already, but that's because it really is that much of a struggle. Like, I am still working on it every day, and, I think I've had to reassess it after COVID because I had so much like time to do school that school just kind of became my life and I didn't have
Yeah.
a life outside of school because I didn't have to have a life outside of school. But now like I'm coming back from that and my mental health is better, so I realized that I need to have a life outside of school. And now after adding work to the mix, like finding that balance is even harder because now I have two things that I feel obligated to do, which I mean like work is a little bit of both. It's I also find joy in work, but at the same time like sometimes I give too much in both school and work that I feel like I'm neglecting kind of myself
Yeah,
at
of
points.
course.
So I think that's one thing, and then also just like going off of that, like not managing my time better, but managing my tasks better.
Ooh, could you kind of give us a little bit more of an elaboration for that?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
You're
I
totally
feel like I
good.
can brute force some of the time stuff. Like, I'm really good at planning and setting aside times for things. It's just more of like figuring out which tasks to prioritize. That's the harder part for me, because like I will usually gravitate towards the thing that is easier or I would rather do than the thing that's on my plate and I should just get it done. Like I'm more likely to do the like discussion post than the essay first.
Oh, definitely the same, but yeah.
Yeah, which I mean is not a bad thing, but I feel like I would be so much less stressed throughout my semester if I was the person who did all the big stuff first, or at least started on the big stuff, because I get so caught up in that where I'm like, I can't even start it, but then once I start it, I'm totally fine and I can
Yeah.
work through it easy peasy. So I think just even just like looking past the hurdle of the big stuff and seeing like the big picture of like, am I gonna think about this essay 2 weeks from now if I start it now? No, probably not. I'll probably get it done either within the next 4 hours, or I will do as much as I can right now, and the rest I will be so ready to finish it tomorrow that I'll just finish it tomorrow. So it's just getting over that hurdle of starting the task. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by managing tasks.
That activation energy.
Yes.
The catalyst.
Oh my gosh.
Bioterrors.
Yes.
I don't think I have any regrets, just a lot of learning opportunities. I'd say I'm pretty proud of myself, and like I've tried to apply myself in multiple different areas. So I don't really have any regrets. Like, oh, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I didn't do this. But I do have a lot of learning opportunities, like you said. Like, just getting started on things. I feel like something I want to do next semester is just, if something is assigned, or if there's a project that needs to be done, to work on it like instantly when it's assigned.
Yeah.
Because I feel like getting started is like just half of it.
That's
And then
also
finishing
helpful
it
to
is the
like
other
not
half.
forget about it too.
Yeah, because actually, I'm trying to think. There have been like a few like events and meetings that I've just like forgotten about. I was like, oh wait, I had this, and then like I'll join a little later, but yeah, definitely just getting started really.
Yeah. I've become a little bit of that person. Like, I've tried to take steps so far. Like, I've never had as many tabs open as when I'm trying to do a research paper, and I'll literally have all the tabs of research, like the articles that I need to read and like my actual Word thing, and then I'll just like open a new tab and watch YouTube instead. So like I'm taking steps so that it's right in front of me and I have to look at it, but I need to get past the I just don't want to deal with that right now.
No, that was me literally last week. I had this APA paper I had to write. I had 19 tabs with different sources,
Yeah.
articles, abstracts, research papers, whatever. And then like I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch YouTube. So I brought up a new tab, but it was like flooded in all the tabs. So I like brought it out to its own tab, so it was like by itself, which is a bad thing, but.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I feel like once I put like a title on the paper, I'm more likely to do something. It's as simple
Yeah.
as that, and it sounds so stupid that I can't just like do that, but sometimes it's just like daunting to be like, oh, well, once I do this, I'm gonna have to do the whole entire task, and as much as I don't want to do that, I have to, but like at the same time, like, do I really want to get myself into that right now?
Also, I feel like it goes both ways, because there's also been times where I've literally just, put my information in like an MLA format on like the top left, and then I put the title and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break now, and then I just forget about it. So I definitely think it goes both ways, and it's something to keep in mind.
I'm just really bad at taking breaks. I'm a person who, once I get in the zone, I am down for the count. I will not finish. I will not be done. Like, I would rather get the paper done at like 3 o'clock in the morning than take a break and then come back to it the next day to sleep. Maybe that's not healthy, but
I think there's pros and cons for that.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. Okay, maybe not 3 o'clock in the morning, because I've fixed my sleep schedule. But like,
Nice.
yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, I guess I don't have any necessarily like regrets like you guys do, but I mean, like you guys do, like you guys also don't. I don't know why. Yeah, that was.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. But I think that's something I'd want to work on for next semester and just moving forward is making sure I don't hit burnout.
Yeah.
I hit like I guess I went through like the worst burnout I've ever like been through like a couple months ago, and like that was really really tough for me, and like it was like it didn't only like affect my mental health but like actually my physical health. Like I did like
Yeah.
catch a fever, and like I like
Oh
was knocked out for a
no.
few days, and like I really lost motivation for a bit, and like now knowing like not my limits because I feel like it changes each semester, but
Yeah.
just I guess just being more cognizant about that whole situation that could arise by overworking yourself.
Yeah.
I definitely am a bit more wary now, and like I want, instead of me being grinding the first few months and then just being burnt out for the rest, I definitely want to make sure that I do it in a system that is just more sustainable
Yeah.
and just something that will. And I do think sometimes burnout is almost inevitable in some cases, not burnout but just like
Yeah.
exhaustion.
There are some things you just can't get out of and you just need to get done.
Definitely. But I definitely am going to keep that in mind more, and then just be a bit more wary about it for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know where that threshold of approaching burnout is, but not necessarily being in burnout, because then you
Yeah.
can take a step back and be like, maybe I'm overcommitting. Maybe I'm, doing too much. Maybe I need to take something off of my plate, or maybe I need to invest in something that's going to make me feel better,
Mm-hmm.
about the whole situation. Because there are going to be some times where you can't get out of a situation, and that moment all you can do is cope with it and find something to make you feel better about the situation, or find something that you enjoy doing to balance out the things that you feel obligated to do.
No, I totally agree. And I guess kind of talking about what we want to improve on next semester. How is next semester looking like for you guys? Is it really different from this semester, like school wise slash
I'm
commitment wise,
so
or
excited for next semester.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. Not as much about the college stuff. I don't want to think about that. But I'm excited for my classes next semester. I'm taking another theater class that has lab, kind of like what I'm taking
Oh,
now.
cool. Yeah,
So I'm really excited about that. I'm also taking a multimedia class about streaming and video production, which is like my dream.
that
So
is
I'm
so
really
cool.
excited for that. And then I'm taking two asynchronous psych classes, but I'll at least have like a friend or two in the class with me, so that's good.
That's
And there are also
awesome.
psych classes and I enjoy psych classes for the most part. So, yeah.
That's really cool.
I'm
I'm
really
glad that you're
excited for
doing
next semester.
you're taking classes that you enjoy.
Yeah, and also both of the ones that I'm like the most excited about are on campus in person, whereas the ones that I'm like, they're more academic. They're online. So, and I know I'm really good at online classes at this point. So, I I think next semester is going to be good. I'm excited. I'm trying to stay on like, the bright side of
No,
things.
that's I'm
And I'm
glad.
not trying to be like over optimistic. I'm being realistic, but like it's a pretty good semester, not gonna lie.
Yeah. How about you?
My next semester, um, actually, I don't know how I feel about it, but my next semester, I have two asynchronous classes and just one
hmm
public speaking class. I kind of already finished a lot of the coursework I had to do to transfer. So these are just the courses that are in like the associate,
General ed
uh,
or
not general, but like in like the associates to transfer program.
Okay,
gotcha.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, I have three courses left I have to take, one
Yeah.
semester left. I might as well just take them.
Yeah.
So I think my next semester, I don't know how I feel about it because it's kind of hard to predict what's gonna go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Well, I can at least alleviate your mind a little bit. Public speaking's not that bad.
Oh, you're taking public speaking?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
Ooh, wait.
nice. Maybe you'll be in the same
Wait, what
class.
section?
I couldn't tell
Do you
you.
remember the day?
Mondays and
No, I have Tuesday,
no,
Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday. Is it at 11?
No, it's at 9. So.
Oh, okay, so we don't have the same class.
But if any of you heard that, maybe you're in the same class. I don't know. Like, just putting it out there. But yeah, no. Public speaking, not that bad. I took it last year and I took it online. So like it was destined to not be good. But, you know, as much as the class itself was just terrible because there was no connection and everyone turned off their cameras, like the actual presentations themselves, not that bad.
Yeah.
If you can write an essay, you can easily do public speaking.
That's actually something I worry about. Like, if there are semesters where I don't have classes on campus frequently, so meaning I don't have to go to campus that frequently, how does that affect like the social connectivity aspect? Like, do I really feel a part of the community if I'm not on campus? So that's something
Yeah.
I tried to employ this semester, taking more classes on campus. Next semester I only have one, but I feel like it won't take away from that
Yeah.
and kind of, feeling distant from the community here at Aloni, just because of like all the other work we do.
I was gonna say, I think it helps that we work here.
Yeah. So if that's something any of you are worrying about, just feeling distant from the community, um, you know, get involved in other areas.
Even if you have all asynchronous classes and you won't know anyone, just get out there.
I actually know someone. They are going to be transferring and graduating without ever stepping foot on campus because of COVID and just like the courses they had to take. So like I don't know what the specific courses were, but basically it was only offered, like the few remaining courses they had were only offered online, like via online lecture and
Really?
asynchronous. And before that, the other semesters were affected by COVID. So that means the whole experience was online and they never really had to go on campus.
Yeah,
That is very interesting.
that is very interesting.
That's
Yeah.
cool though. I'm actually in similar boat as in like I'm also taking classes just to knock out my ADT requirements. I'm taking 4 async classes and then 2 in person. And then one of them's a cyber session, but yeah, so
You said 4 asynchronous classes.
yeah, I'm taking 4 async classes and 2 in person classes.
How many credits?
No,
is
that's
that?
what I said. I was like, that's a lot.
That's 21 units. Yeah, but besides the
I'm
point.
speechless. I took 17 credits one semester and I regretted it, and I said I would never do that again.
So
Good for you.
stay tuned till next semester to find out how that works out.
Yeah.
But
We'll have to do another reflection.
yeah, definitely. But so yeah, I am nervous, but I'm
Yeah.
optimistic, cause
Are there some fun classes in there at least? Uh-oh.
yeah, there's some okay. All the classes I'm taking, no, actually no, that's a lie. Most of the classes I'm taking are classes that I am like genuinely interested in.
Okay, that's good.
So like at least there's like some sort of like natural inclination to taking the class. Though there are some classes that I did not realize I had to take for an ADT. And so
And you couldn't take any of them over like summer?
well, I didn't realize that like for example, I didn't realize I needed to take comm for an ADT.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And so like and it's just like I took classes already to like complete it, so it's like I probably should take it now so I can
Yeah.
at least get the degree I was working towards.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why I have a bit more units than I expected. But yeah, I honestly have no idea how next semester is going to look. I was thinking about it like a couple of days ago, and I think I won't really realize until like it actually starts happening and like I
Yeah.
start planning on the
I
spot.
mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, at least one of them's a what's it called? A cyber session though. So at least like that's one out of the
good.
way. But still, yeah.
Yeah,
So definitely a bit nervous, but I am looking forward to it.
that's good.
Yeah. How would you guys describe your next semester in one word, I guess? And I guess you guys are anticipating it, but yeah.
One word. Man,
Or it
this is
doesn't have to be
gonna
one
take a minute.
word, but just, a little short phrase.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 separate phrases. It feels like senior year of high school where you get to. Okay, well, this is a long sentence. But
No,
it
it's
feels like
good.
senior year of high school when you get to take all the fun classes that you wanted to take as a freshman, but at the same time, little worried it might be senioritis fuel.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about that, but I feel like we won't have that same experience again because
I hope
because
not.
in high school, like that second semester of senior year was so lax, super calm. A lot of the work was done. Apps were done for the people that applied, but I feel like we won't get that same. We won't what do you call it? We won't like replicate that same feeling.
See, mine was not relaxed because it was in the height of COVID.
But
Maybe I've just been through the worst of it, and now it's like chill because it'll be like, it won't be COVID, and I'll have like a real senior year. but of college. Well, not really
Love
college,
that.
but like it'll feel like senior year. It's not senior year, but it'll feel
Yeah.
like it.
Or maybe it just felt like that because everyone was like kind of excited to like go on to like the next chapter in their lives.
Yeah, that's true. I do have. It's not like I'm going somewhere else, but it's not quite like high school senior year. So maybe I won't have the chance to be senioritis because I'll be like, oh well, after this I'm going to college again anyway. So it's just different place, same essential concept.
I am excited for that next chapter though. And
Yes.
as nervous as I am for April, I'm also
Yeah.
very curious / excited for that time to come,
Agreed.
which kind of
Yeah.
helps push me and keeps me going.
Yeah.
Very exciting. That's how I'd describe new and exciting. Is how I describe my next semester.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's good. I feel like that's the mindset you should have for a new semester.
And yeah, with that, we would like to remind you all that you guys should definitely reflect on the semester as well if you
Yeah.
haven't, and good luck on finals.
Yes.
And
We will see you next semester.
And before we send you off, just a little quick note to self. In moments of quiet reflection, our minds embrace the sea that we have crossed.
Man, that is so true. I love metaphors.
And with that, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you, or maybe, well, not see you, but you will see us, or you will listen to us next semester.
Bye.
Bye.